Gentlemen, we are in a system, and that system is our enemy. Take a look around you. What do you see? Me Too accusations, social justice warriors, crazy feminists, and hopelessly emasculated men. The very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we save those minds, those people are part of the system, and that makes them our enemy. We have to understand most of these men are not ready to be unplugged. And many of them are so hopelessly controlled by blue pill lies that they depend on the system and they will fight to protect it. As a man, which do you prefer? To remain willfully ignorant of masculine and feminine truths, or to get out of your comfort zone and to seek the truth that the system does not want you to know? If you're a man who seeks the truth no matter how uncomfortable, then you know what you must do. Join me, and I will teach you exactly what a woman is thinking without even listening to a single word that comes out of her mouth. This is the power of understanding body language. In addition to this, you will be entered into the Masculine Empowerment Network and join hundreds of unplugged men from all walks of life across the globe. Unfortunately, no one can learn the truth about dating and relationships by simply being told from the system. You must live it and experience it for yourself. That is what body language mastery will do for you. Remember, this is your final chance, and all I'm offering you is the truth. Follow me, and let's see how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Gentlemen, good morning to all of you. All of you wonderful dudes in the Hot Dude Army. Guys, I'm telling you, this is something else, man. I'm telling you, this quarter four, I just checked the numbers today. And from November 18th until right now, this is only from November 18th. Keep in mind that quarter three enrollment ended October 1st. People tried to get in. I told them no. From November 18th until today, which is December 12th, less than a month, there are 128 people on the waiting list already. I am slightly shocked at this because I took a little bit of a break in November, and I honestly I just didn't think we would have this type of turnout. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy, and I'm just I'm thrilled. I'm ready. You guys know, you guys that been with me in quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, you guys know how I fucking sacrifice my health, and I get in there and I deliver, and I will never stop delivering. Okay. And I'm really looking forward to this. This is the final time I'm doing this. This is not some marketing trick. This is not some fucking switcheroo. Nothing like this. When I say this is over, this is the last one. I almost want, I had a guy DM me on Instagram, and he's like, well, I'm trying to get my money right, and, I'm trying to get my dating right. And he's like, but I make a lot of money, but, I make well over $70,000 a year. And I was like, well, are you in body language mastery? Have you joined my community of men? He's like, no, I'm really trying to focus on my money, and I'm part of these entrepreneur groups. And I'm like, are these entrepreneur groups helping you? He's like, no, I'm still trying to find it. And I said, you know what? Like I said, well, then I was like, what's the deal with body language mastery? Why don't you join? He's like, well, it's just, I don't know, because blah, blah, blah. And I just say, you know what? Hey, man, God bless you, bro. Good luck. Because honestly, I'm at the point, I could literally stop ads. I could stop running promotions. I could stop everything. And I know that I'll have an amazing turnout. And honestly, it's gotten to that point. I have gotten this year has been beneficial for all of the men in body language mastery, but it's also been beneficial for me because, quite honestly, it's just reaffirmed in me that I literally get guys results. I'm getting guys results in fucking record-breaking time. Okay, I'm not going to talk about what's going on in the Facebook group, but there are a lot of hot dude problems. And it's like, I've got too much women. What's the meaning of life? I've pedestalized pussy, and now I have so much sex that I don't even value it. Guys telling me I've had sex with 6 girls in 10 days. Why do I still feel so lonely? Like, that's what my goal is. My goal is to push you guys past the scarcity mindset of women. I mean, Josh in the chat, Josh is going to call in tomorrow and tell you guys what's been going on with him. But Josh is the guy that he called in a couple weeks ago. He was in a really bad relationship with that nasty girl. And this guy's progress, I mean, you guys going to hear it tomorrow, but all I got to say is just, I'm done. I'm not going to, like, if you guys message me, I'm like, well, why should I join, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, listen, you shouldn't. Okay. Just don't. Okay. Because I only want guys that are ready and willing. All right. If you want to join an elite group of men, okay, not some pencil neck dorks who are writing forums and writing crap on the internet, none of that shit. If you want to join a group of elite men who know what they want out of life, which is more money, more muscles, a control over their dating life rather than being a slave to the system, then you know what to do. All right? You guys know we're 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away. Okay? You're going to go to modernlifedating.com/body language. Scroll down. Click on this link right here. And then click on this little email address box. And you need to put your best address in there. Okay? That's all you got to do to get on the waiting list. And December 26th, mark your fucking calendar because Christmas comes twice. Remember, I always say, we start the year strong and you finish the year strong. That's what we're doing here. January 6th, these webinars start. 3 weeks of intensive training. Absolute, insane, intensive training, okay? And for you guys that kind of like are wondering, like, what do the webinars entail? What is a webinar? Like, I don't understand. It is a forum, okay? Last time we maxed out at 100, okay, because Zoom just wouldn't let me allow any more people in there, okay? But I want you to take a look here. I'm actually going to play a clip from what happened in the webinars in quarter 3. Okay, actually, let me see. This is going to, okay. This is taking too long. Okay, let me see if there's any sensitive information on my screen here. We should be good. Okay, let's take a look here. Take a look at this. This is quarter 3.
Has to be demand from the market. People want what you're selling because the biggest reason why businesses fail is there's no market for it. People go and build shit that nobody wants, right? So make sure that there's a lot of interest in whatever it is that you're going to build. 2, don't build something where you're exchanging time for money.
But I'm going to have to start trusting people because my time, the bigger this thing gets, the less time I have. And I'm 42 years old, and I say this all the time, but the older I get, the more valuable the commodity of time becomes.
Nearly as fulfilling as having time. Like, Jonathan's working his ass off, but he's in control of his time. And
guys, these days, it's not that hard to make $100,000 a year from a side hustle if you just learn how to be proficient with the internet.
Build something that has the capacity to generate double that revenue and then put your effort into that, because the amount of work you're going to put into building something that's going to make you 16 grand a month versus something that's going to make you 30 grand a month is probably going to be pretty much the same. It's just the payoff's going to be way higher.
So people, to be honest, just want cash when they need money at the very beginning. So a lot of these assets, including stocks, are going to be negatively affected by a recession to begin with.
You're still burning fat at this time in this fitness zone. You're building muscle, burning fat. Then, the performance zone is obviously you're going to jump up a little bit. That's like more of an athlete.
to get bigger, you're going to by nature have to get stronger in some way. You know what I mean? Whether you're doing more reps, you're doing more sets, you're doing the exercise better form, you can control the weight better. Like, these are all variations.
These supplements I do take regularly are zinc and magnesium. That's my regulars every night.
Poundage in, and then that's how you actually grow. Volume is the number one contributor when it comes to muscle growth.
When it comes to body language, if I see these positive sexual indicators stacking, I feel like, okay, like she is ready. She's ripe for the taking. You know, I'm turning her on. She is being sexually turned on by me right now. Right.
If you show masculinity to a woman and she shows more masculinity in return, that's when you got to go.
If you want to be a hunter, you can't be like, oh, well, I'm not going to shoot that deer because it only has like a small antlers and it doesn't have really what I want. Like, you need to.
Because I'm human and I was raised as a beta, and almost like an alcoholic, once a beta, always a beta. All it takes is one slip up and I'm right back to my beta blue pill ways. So what I try to do is I try to consume as much red pill content as consistently as possible.
So many fucking liars on it. That's why, honestly, this course has been a fucking probably best $500 I've ever spent. I should have gotten into it earlier because I'm already just like between all the testosterone advice I got from Joe and now talking to you and like just the course itself got my main girl under my thumb so much better than I had her before. Like,
demand from the market. People
value.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, when I first met Jonathan, you know, my first reaction to him was, you know, like, I'm not sure about this guy. You know,
I'll tell you, you fucking hated me.
He's wearing sunglasses. He's from Florida. I'm not sure if I can trust this guy, but I mean, he's a smart man. He gives legit information. He's changing people's lives. So for sure, this product.
If you found that of value right there, okay? That right there is literally, okay? That is just a smidgen of the 80 hours that we do in the coaching. I'm not exaggerating, okay? 21 days, right? 3 weeks. Sometimes we take times off because some people just can't go. The allotted time is 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours at night. Sometimes we do 3 hours. Sometimes we do 3.5. Okay? There is nobody in the manosphere or whatever you want to fucking call it that does something like this, that has this much of an intensive getting deep into your psychology, your living situation, your finances. There's nothing like this because you know why? It doesn't make business sense for all these other people who are just out for your dollar. Okay? We get in there and we dissect what the fuck is going on with you. How are we going to fix it? And then we monitor your progress. That is just, like I said, one little pinch of what is available in this upcoming course. So that's all I got to say. I just wanted to show that because Roberto made these highlights. I actually have a 9-minute version as well, which I'll probably do next Tuesday because next Tuesday is going to be the Testimony Tuesday. So we're going to have people calling in and all that stuff. So, but like I said, man, the proof is in the pudding. And if you don't want to take a risk and invest in yourself, I mean, hey, by all means, may the force be with you. God bless every single one of you guys. But I'm just telling you that I know the results are there. And all this is recorded. And you guys will have access to it. I know it's a lot of footage. And only one man's editing it right now. He's literally going over 160 hours of footage and chopping it down. So not only do you get access to the live ones that are coming up, you also get access to the archives of quarter 2 and quarter 3. I'm telling you, this is going to be, and these quarter 4 webinars coming up are going to be the best thing, man. They're going to be fucking amazing. I'm telling you, it is the #1 investment you'll ever make in regards to personal development this year. And like I said, if you're not on the waiting list, I quite honestly, I don't care. If you don't care about yourself, then I don't care either. So December 26th, boys, mark your calendar. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. If I was running some kind of scam since the beginning of the year, trust me, it would have been aired out by now. It would have been well aired out by now. So that's what we're going to do. Daniel says, hey, John, would I miss a lot if I don't have internet between the 3rd and 10th of January? Well, Daniel, the webinars start on the 6th. So you will only miss a few days, but they will be recorded. You'll have access to them. But that's just, like I said, that's a smidgen of what we got going on there. How's everybody doing today? So we're going to talk today about watching pornography and excessively masturbating, okay? And how this is really detrimental to your health, your progress as a man, and really sorting out your dating life. Because honestly, it's so funny to me how accepted it is to tell people, yeah, I watch porn. Like, it's almost, if you shame people watching porn, there's actually there's like a reaction amongst our society that's just like, oh my God, like, that you shouldn't do that, and like, don't shame sex workers and blah blah blah. And like, I'm not shaming sex workers, but if I had a daughter, I don't want her being a sex worker. That's for sure. Okay, that's just not. I don't want a daughter who would be in the porn industry. I don't want a daughter who would be a stripper. I would never want to fucking son either. I would not want to subject them to that kind of lifestyle. But it seems that most people are like, they're just so adamant to defend this, and it's just like, it blows my mind, because I'm gonna tell you this, okay? I am gonna tell you 100% that was my year. 2016. Oh yeah, hologram. Thank you so much for the $5 via super chat. Says, I don't need to beat it. I always have a 10 on standby. Love hologram. Hologram, we love you too, buddy. So I personally was struggling with pornography in my 20s. Okay. I did. I'm not going to lie. I struggled with pornography. And I am not one of these guys. Evan, what's up, man? Hey, Evan, by the way, there we go. Evan, you there? Evan, send me a DM, man, because I want to talk to you after this. I apologize for canceling, man. It has been fucking insane. But, Evan, I do remember what you said. Please send me a DM, and we'll definitely chat after the show. But, yeah, what's going on is that I have never been one of these guys, because I know there's like a lot of guys in the manosphere and the red pill who are like, well, I was a virgin until I was 21, and then finally I went to Ukraine, and now I'm an alpha male. Okay, like, no. I have the longest I've ever gone that I can remember, my longest like sexless period was about a month, I believe, and that was in 2012 when I first came to Japan. Was it even a month? I banged that Canadian, then I banged a Venezuelan. Yeah, I think it was about a month. But I've never been one of these guys that, like, I've always had, like, I lost my virginity when I was 17, and I've always just had access to sex because I just always had game. I never was one of these guys that studied game because I had no game or whatever. Like, I was never one of these guys that, like, sex was the holy grail. But even self, I was still addicted to pornography and masturbating, okay? And, it got to the point where I was, like, masturbating sometimes 6 times a day, guys. All right? And again, I'm just being fully transparent with you. Pornography addiction is real. Pornography addiction does mess with you, and it robs you of your masculine energy. And, I want to talk about what is going on in the world. And I think a lot of people don't seem to realize that, it's only in America where this is okay. If you guys have ever been to Russia or like South Korea, these are just 2 examples of countries where porn is universally blocked. Like, if you go to use any kind of Wi-Fi in South Korea and you try to access like a porn website, like if you try to go like Pornhub or something, without a shadow of a doubt, you are going to get an alert on your phone or on your computer or whatever, and it's going to say like, yo, this is fucking blocked. Like, what are you doing, basically? So I don't think a lot of people are really aware of this situation with pornography. China, of course, China. Yeah, well, China has, the Great Firewall of China. I got a guy who just booked a consultation in China the other day, and he finally was able to reach me. Because he was having trouble with the firewall, because everything's heavily regulated in China. You can't access Google. I don't know if anybody in here has been to China, but I've been to China, and you can't access Google, you can't access YouTube, you can't access Wikipedia, you can't access Facebook. You have to get a VPN and bypass all of that and hope that no Chinese official in the government finds you. So I want to talk about this because, okay, we're gonna review. So Pornhub came out with their year in review, and it's I want to just talk about the data that is presented in this Insight portfolio here. So this is the Pornhub 2019 year in review, okay? And we're going to review this. It's all numbers. It's a bunch of data, a bunch of charts. It's going to be really, really educational. We got a lot of data to overgo here, so we're going to talk about everything. But I want to just, before we get into the data and stuff, I just want to talk about personally how pornography will negatively affect you, okay? That's what I really want to talk about. See that super scroll I got going on there, man? Look at that. This shit that's my gamer mouse. It's what we call a pro gamer move. You guys got one of these? Who's got a I think this is a Logitech. Yeah, it's a Logitech G5. This fucking mouse wheel is the shit. Anyways, ADD moment. Let's talk about pornography. Okay, I'm going to talk about how the cycle of pornography ensnares you forever, okay? And what we're going to talk about here is, hey, Jared, what's up, buddy? Here's how pornography ensnares you, okay? Now, watching pornography, it can pull you into a cycle, okay? It can pull you into a cycle of addiction. And it is really, really, it's a big cause of why guys are caught up in basically not having sex, okay? Because this is what happens, right? Why do people look at porn, right? Why do people look at pornography? Well, they look at pornography because they have a sexual drive. They have a sexual instinct to procreate, okay? We're not that special, guys. We're just a bunch of stinking apes, right? We're a bunch of filthy, stinking apes running around fucking everything we can, basically. The meaning of life is to procreate. That is the meaning of life, okay? I don't give a fuck what any woo-woo, shove this crystal up your ass to align your chakra person fucking wants to lie to you. Bottom line is we are biological creatures. We are organisms on this planet. And the meaning of life is to procreate. That's why you're here listening to me, because you want to have sex. You think you want to have sex because sex feels good. The only reason sex feels good is because it leads to children, okay? You have to really read in between the lines here. Now, we have this initial sexual urge, right? And guys, and now more than ever, I was watching for you guys who are MMA fans, I was watching something, an MMA coach by the name of Firas Zahabi, right? One of the most successful MMA coaches. He's Muslim. He lives in Canada, and he was the coach for George St. Pierre, the most dominant welterweight champion in UFC history, right? And he said something that was very interesting. He says, we live in the time right now where we have the most abundance ever. In human history, we are a post-scarcity society. And he says, and people around us are the biggest pussies ever. Okay? They are mentally weak. They are struggling with depression. They're struggling with anxiety. We're the most... everybody just has these a lot of people are not mentally strong anymore. especially in the United States of America, right? The Japanese are very mentally strong, I have to say. The Japanese actually look down on somebody when they're like, I'm depressed or whatever. They're like, listen, get your fucking act together. Be strong. And, if there was like an RPG character and you had to look at Japanese people, like their mental toughness and their discipline and intelligence would be maxed out. Physical strength, not so much. Social skills, not so much. But they are a disciplined and mentally strong people, and very, intelligent as well. I think top 5 world average IQs. I think Singapore is number 1, and like Japan is number 2. Don't quote me on that, but I definitely know it's up there. A lot of men are just afraid to go out and talk to women. A lot of men are just afraid to go out and make it happen, right? So what they do is they resort to pornography. And so this happens. First you start looking at pornography and you're like, oh my God, this is arousing, right? And then you masturbate, right? And we all know this. We masturbate, you bust your nut, right? And then after that, what comes next, right? The shame. Okay? Some of you guys can sit there and say, oh, not me. I don't feel ashamed after I do it. But there is a big part of it. And it's not cultural shame. It's not nothing like that, okay? It's ourselves. It's our internal masculinity saying, like, what the fuck am I doing? This is pathetic. And I'll be the one, like, I'll be honest. Like, when I used to jerk off, right? And I was addicted to porn, I would bust my nut. And then as I'm cleaning myself up with some tissues or a sock or whatever, I'd be like, fuck, I would have that kind of John P. just mentioned in the chat, that post-nut clarity followed by sadness. I'd be like, fuck, I busted my nut and now I'm fucking loser, like jerking off here. And then that sadness, right, what that does is it affects your confidence, and therefore it affects your perception of your value as a man. And then this carries over to like when you finally try to like break the cycle and go talk to a girl, you feel like a loser. You don't have that like that edge. You know what I mean? Like that masculine edge. Keeping your sperm inside you gives you an energy. It gives you like Elliot says, like a drive, right? It gives you just that like, have you ever seen Austin Powers? Like that mojo, right? It just gives you that X factor. And when you're constantly draining yourself of your masculine energy every single day, sometimes, it would get to the point where I was masturbating so much. Okay. And I'm just going to be completely honest here. I'm going to be very transparent about how bad my problem was, because I know there are other men out there. I know I'm not alone in this. Okay. But it would get to the point where I would be masturbating and I'd be like basically shooting blanks. Like I would be, masturbating like 3, 4, 5 times a day. And then I would just ejaculate, but it would just be like that much cum, or just like a drop. But I would feel it, but I wouldn't cum a lot, right? It's not healthy to be doing that all the time. Like, it's different if you're having sex with a girl. I don't know what it is, but something in our biology. Because like after I have sex with a super hot girl, like my confidence is through the roof. I feel like I can fucking walk on water. I just feel like I can do anything. I really do. And I think it has something to do with our biology, our DNA as men. Yeah, I'm not a scientist, but I'm just telling you. Well, actually, I am a scientist, but I'm not. I don't have a lot of clinical data to back this up. I'm just going from an everyman's perception, okay? So when you're constantly caught in this cycle, what happens is there's a number of things that happen, okay? Your energy levels plummet, okay? Your motivation levels plummet. Your self-esteem plummets, okay? Your happiness levels go down, all right? What else happens? Another thing that happens is your penis starts to become very, very calloused, okay? Because when you put your penis inside of a woman, what is it? It's wet, It's warm. It's organic tissue. It's soft. It feels nice, right? When you're jerking off, even if you're using lubricant, okay, your hand, if you work hard, right? If you're like a hardworking man, you lift weights, your hand is hard and it's calloused, and you can actually develop scarring on your penis, as well as tissue damage all over the tip of your penis, the corona, the glands, all of those parts of the frenulum. The list goes on and on and on. And then now you're desensitizing your penis to normal sexual activity, right? There is a lot of erectile dysfunction that comes along with this, with excessive masturbation that comes with pornography watching. All right, the list goes on and on and on. Now, another thing that happens is like you have to start increasing the variety and the intensity of your pornography intake. Like first, watching some fucking hot blondes, right? My thing was always looking at lesbian porn. I just loved watching two girls go at it, right? And you have to eventually you get numb to it. It's like a drug addict, right? Like if you let's say the first time you drink a beer, right? You drink one beer, right? And you get fucking wasted. You're like, oh my God, I'm so drunk, right? You're fucking falling over the place. It's great. And then the next time you go to drink a beer, you drink that first beer and the buzz is not as good. So now you have to drink 2 beers, okay? Or if you were to use a drug like, even marijuana, right? You smoke a joint. The first time you smoke a joint, you're like, wow, man, I'm fucking high off my mind. I saw Jesus himself, right? Next day you go, you smoke another joint. You're like, well, I got buzzed, but it wasn't that good. Now you have to smoke 2 joints, okay? Your body, your brain naturally develops a resistance to these type of things. Now, the next thing is with pornography, the first type of pornography you watch, it is not going to arouse you anymore. It is going to desensitize you, and you have to start looking for new pornography, and you have to start looking for more intense pornography. Okay, you're going to start looking for more and more and more, variety. Then you're looking at gangbangs. Then you're looking at fucking hentai, fetish stuff, whatever, right? And in the meantime, as you're feeding this addiction, your sex life is going to shit, right? Your energy levels are plummeting. Your testosterone levels are going down. I know there's no science behind that, but I'm telling you, I just feel different. I feel more on edge. I feel more alive. I feel more like a man when I'm not jerking off and stuff. And honestly, it happens when you have a lot of sex too. You lose your edge, right? So, but a lot of guys, they get caught in this cycle. And it is a cycle, and it is an addiction, and it is not a good thing. For me, if I'm going to watch porn, it's like there's a girl present. We're doing something along those lines, okay? Now, sometimes I'll watch a movie, and I'll be like, oh, I wonder if this celebrity's naked. I was watching some chick the other day who was on YouTube, and she used to be a Playboy Playmate, and I was just like, well, I just want to see what she looks like, and I just scrolled. I was like, wow, she looks good naked, and that's it. Scrolled away. But it's not like because I'm not addicted, right? It was just curiosity. But when I was addicted, it was like I had time. I was like, okay, it's jerk off time. Go in my room, close the door, lock it, get out the laptop, and then jerk off. Watch porn, jerk off, do whatever. And when it gets to that point where you're making a habit out of it, instead of going out and pursuing women and getting in a relationship or spinning plates or whatnot, that's when it starts to be a serious, serious problem, okay? Guys, go ahead and click like, by the way. We got over 70 people here, only 27 likes. Looks like I got my daily dislike, probably from Thomas, my mom's husband, who watches the show religiously and presses thumbs down every day, apparently. Could you imagine being a fucking loser in your 50s, broke, and looking at your wife's children's fucking YouTube and making a point out of fucking pushing the dislike button. Good luck. God. F's in the chat for Thomas, guys. F's in the chat for Thomas. Jesus fucking Christ. Hope you guys are staying hydrated. I got some really delicious Italian mineral water here. So, pornography addiction is real. And, there's clinical definitions for it as well. There is, like I said, there is a time and place for masturbation, okay? Now, the only time I say masturbation is okay if it's a strategic masturbation. Like you guys know, if you're in Spartan mode and you're like killing it in the gym and your nutrition's on point and you're working on something and you're just like so fucking horny, like, God, I fucking cannot even think straight. And none of your plates are hitting up. None of your fucking girls are hitting you up. You're just like, it's just sometimes it happens and you just need to let it out. That's fine, in my opinion. That's fine. But when you're making a habit out of it and you have girls, like you're not chasing girls, all you're doing is like bullshitting in your life and then jerking off and then feeling like a loser, it becomes a downward spiral, I'm telling you. It 100%, becomes a huge problem. A huge problem, okay? So that's my personal experience dealing with the whole pornography situation. It is not good at all for you. And I just want to talk to you guys because, obviously, if you guys are part of this community and you're listening to this type of material, you're already a cut above most men, right? Not many men tune in to listen to this type of self-improvement stuff, let alone masculine-based self-improvement, okay? Most guys they're caught up in football, or they're fucking watching porn, or they're fucking bitching about something, or, a lot of people don't strive to make their life better. They are more often, they're more willing to just do something to numb and forget the pain that is their existence rather than to take action and sort their lives out, okay? So for you guys here, this is a very, very important message because I can tell you, even as a guy that was getting sex, right, I was still addicted to pornography. And it's just not good. When there's embarrassing moments too. Like, one time I opened my laptop and like my friends were there and then like I just forgot that because, when you're done jerking off, I just closed the laptop. The pornography's on the screen and you're like, oh, fuck, like, oh, shit, I know guys that parents catch them jerking off or their mom or whatever. And it's just like, the whole situation is just, no pun intended, it's so sticky. It's just a sticky situation. It's just not a good thing, right? So it is, Ishmaster says pretty well. It's shit's evil. And it really does enslave people. It enslaves people in a very, very bad way. And unfortunately, it's a booming business. Guys, I'm telling you, man, there is no shortage of pathetic beta men out there who consume porn nonstop and pedestalize chicks, I mean, we see it now, like I said, even on fucking okay, let's do a live shot right now. You guys gonna do a live Twitch? Let's take a look at let's just see what's going on Twitch, right? Look how I'm just gonna randomly pull up Twitch here and let's just see. Let's take a look at the recommended channels. Oh, there's Rob. That's our buddy Rob. He was here on the show. I did an interview with him. Oh, we gotta watch an ad. Jesus Christ. I'll let that play. But it's kind of infiltrating and getting to the point like that it's almost everywhere. Like Instagram has basically become like a softcore porn. Twitch it was started off as a gaming platform and like now it's like there's just thoughts everywhere, e-thoughts.
Every year is my fucking year.
KG, thank you for the definition, for the donation. It says, I went to the library and approached a girl. She is solid 5, overweight, bad hygiene, and bad clothes. She told me she only dates hot actors. Just whoa. Well, there you go. I mean, Things change when you look good, man. Things change. You know, you're on the right path, Kevin. But yeah, that's your typical. You know, she could be lying too. I mean, come on, let's be honest. A girl with those standards says she only dates hot actors. She's definitely fucking lying. So let's take a look here. Okay, so this is what's going on here in Twitch. Okay, so take a look. So this is obviously my mate here. But look at this. Like, this is a local Japanese chick. Here she is, exercising. Really care about my fitness. And there is 364 dudes in here watching her, praising her, and telling her how amazing she is. Right? Instead of getting out there and making their life better, doing better things with themselves, and it's endless. It's endless. Look, okay, here, this chick, right? 1.2, she has 1,263 followers right now, right? And you got this chick. Let's see how she's actually playing a game. Good for her. 2,691. This chick's definitely showing her cleavage. Yep. 1,193, right? It's always got to have the cleavage out. This one, good for her. She's not being a complete, she's not completely selling out. But the point I'm trying to make is that, like, they're everywhere, and it is everywhere. So, you know, you have to make the choice as a man to take your life to the next level, because that is your competition. There are guys who literally donate thousands, tens of thousands of dollars in one instance to these chicks, thinking that they're going to get some kind of sexual action or some love from these chicks, okay? So you have to think about these things, and you have to realize the optimism in this situation, okay? Those guys are your competition. Think about that. Think about the level of desperation you, as a man who watches stuff like this, think about how low of a level you would have to get to in order to daily tune in to a girl and donate money to her in hopes that one day she's magically going to come and fall in love with you and be with you. Think about that for a second. Okay? That's your competition. All you got to do is spend a little bit of time on monitoring your diet, what you put into your body, going to the gym, studying to make sure you have a skill that is marketable to take it to the marketplace and exchange that skill for money, and learn game, learn how to go on a date, learn female psychology, understand what's going on, study body language, okay? That is what you need to do. Elliot, your comments are pissing me off. What are you saying? I just need a hug. MLD's crushing my... Are you just in here to fuck around? What are you doing? Stop being such a fucking idiot. So going back to what I'm trying to say here is that those guys are your competition, and all you need to do is just get a little bit better. Just get a little bit better than these guys that worship these chicks, okay? Because that is happening. Like, again, for you guys, okay? For you guys out there, I told you, talk to your friend that's a girl, all right? Talk to her and say, hey, can I just see your Tinder or your Bumble account? Are you okay with that, right? Some will say yes, some will say no. If they say no, just find another one. Take it and just start swiping, okay? Just start swiping. Look at the amount of matches just the most plain Jane average girl gets. Ask to take a look at her Instagram. Be like, can I just see your Instagram? Take a look at her DMs. Look inside the DM box, like the inbox where she receives DMs. Just take a look. Look at her comments, all right? Thirsty, pathetic men are everywhere, okay? Every single avenue. They're fucking everywhere. So there's just like it's everywhere. I really want you guys to do this as a homework assignment to let you know, like, you have to realize that even though I tell you, like, you know, American women are garbage, because on the most parts they are, they're still easy to get. They're still easy to get. It's actually it's not extremely complicated to get women. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy, right? Think about that. That is what your competition is. And I want to take a look at this data here. So Pornhub released their insights from 2019 here, okay? And we have top searches here. So let's take a look at top searches. Top searches are the number ones people are looking at: amateur, alien, POV, Delphine, cosplay, mature, bisexual. I think it's hilarious that Apex Legends is number 8. If you guys know what Apex Legends is, it's a video game. Apparently, people are uploading Apex Legends videos to Pornhub, and then ASMR, and then Femdom is number 10, right? These are the most searched terms, okay? This is how much data they have. They have so much data. Actually, I want to go back up to the tip top here. Take a look at this, okay? 42 billion visits to Pornhub. There's only 7 billion people on planet Earth. 115 million visits per day. 39 billion searches performed. 6.83 million video uploads. 1.36 million hours of new content is 169 years of content. You could literally never watch all of the content. Okay? You could not. They say here, if you started watching 2019's videos in 1850, you would still be watching them today. 6,597 petabytes of data transferred, 18,000 terabytes a day, 753,000 gigabytes per hour, 209 gigabytes per second. If you copied all that data onto hard drives, they would reach 100 kilometers high to the edge of space. It's just unbelievable. 70 million messages sent. 98,000 amateur models. Most commented words: good, love, like, sexy, pretty, nice. Good Lord. Every minute on Pornhub. 1 minute, 80,000 visits. 77,000 search. Look at this. 11,000 hours watched. 14,000 profile views, 343 friend requests, videos rated 387. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Most search terms of 2019, Japanese is number 1. Oh Lord, hentai is number 2, and lesbians number 3. Good to know. I fell into this one right here when I looked at porn. It was lesbian. Ay vey. These are the... I don't even know who this is. Lana. These are the most searched porn stars. Lana Rhodes. I don't even know who that is. Mia Khalifa. I know who she is. Riley Reid. Oh, my buddy knows her. She's not even that cute. Jesus Christ.
2015 was my year.
Unbelievable. The low standards.
Is also my year.
Let's see what
Every
that is.
year is my fucking year.
Chris Z with the 199 through. He says, will higher T levels from no FAP help weight loss? Yes. Testosterone is the enemy of fat, bro. Absolutely. Testosterone shreds fat.
2015 was my year.
Case in point, also.
2016 is also my year. Every year is my fucking year.
He says tradcons are trying to ban this billion-dollar industry. Good luck with that. Porn will never be banned. It'll never be banned. It would never be banned. It's just unfortunate, but it is what it is. Guys, if you want to make a donation, please click on that link right there that I'm putting in the chat. Streamlabs.com/Modern Life Dating Channel. That way you get to see George Bruno do a little stinking dance. And also, remember, YouTube keeps 30% of all the revenue. So please donate through Streamlabs to maximize your donations. But I appreciate all you guys. Let's go back to this here. So I don't even know who these fucking bums are. I think it's hilarious. Kim Kardashian's here, right? Another reason how porn has really fucked up, everything is you have to really take a look at what is going on in American culture, where where the women are glamorizing Kim Kardashian. What did Kim Kardashian do? She did a sex tape with like a C-list celebrity that went viral. And that is what made her famous. Some of you guys in this audience are fathers of daughters. I don't need to even ask your opinion because I already know the answer. Would you want your daughter doing that? Do you find that a positive role model for your daughter? Right? Anybody with a fraction of a brain would tell you no. But this is what's going on around us.
Good work, soldier.
Okay. And thank you to Daniel with the $3 donation. Says, got to kill the beta early to make the most of life. Absolutely. Thank you very much. You guys got to be pure alpha like Georgie here, pumping those 15-pound weights. Charlie from Cultivate Crypto's in the house and says, the Kardashians are a waste of space. John P. says, I don't want a daughter. Neither do I. I just want a son. I want a son so bad. But yeah, think about that. Think about that. That's who they're idolizing. You want to understand why American culture is so fucked up? This is the delusion that they think that all they need to do is go make a sex tape and they could become an international superstar. It's unbelievable. Here's a rank for male porn stars. I don't know any. I know this guy, Manuel Ferrara, because he streams on Twitch. I've chatted with him before. He's a nice guy. Top 20 countries by traffic. Take a look at this. This is really interesting here. United States blowing everybody out the fucking water.
2015 was my year. 2016 is also my year. Every year is my fucking year.
Let's take a look at who made the donation there. KG says, with my luck, I will have 7 daughters. No, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Guys, remember, use the Streamlabs link to make the super chat or to make the donations. But thank you very much. I hope you don't have daughters. No, I mean, no, it's like I'm not like bashing guys who have daughters. Just I have a preference, like, and I want sons. It's like when you go to Pizza Hut, you're like, well, I want pepperoni and I don't want sausage. It doesn't mean like because you want pepperoni, you're somehow like a shitty person. Everybody just has preferences, and I want sons. I think this is very interesting too. Top 20 countries by traffic. Now we take a look at the data here. United States, not only is United States number 1, but it blows every other fucking country out the water. It's not like a neck and neck race. And you wonder why United States is having trouble with their men and women. Take a look at that. Number 1. Number 2 is Japan. That's really shocking to me, actually. That's actually extremely shocking. Number 3 is United Kingdom, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Philippines, Australia, Mexico, all the way down. And then, Russia is down here, right? Russia. You notice how Korea is not even on here, right? Because it's banned in Korea. It's also banned in Russia, but apparently they've figured out a way. Top 20 countries is 79% of daily traffic. Think about that. So it's a daily occurrence for some of these people. Okay? Honestly, you guys out there, I'm not gonna ask anybody to put a 1 in the chat or whatever, because I want you guys to keep your privacy. But some of you guys know what it's like to be daily addicted to pornography, and the self-shame that comes with it. And for you guys that gave it up, congratulations, because I gave it up too. And it takes a lot of mental strength and a lot of perseverance. You'll have relapses and everything, but I'm telling you, for me, quitting pornography and excessively masturbating is just like one of the greatest fucking things I've ever done in my life. Seriously, one of the most fucking best things. Take a look at this. Time spent per visit. Take a look at this. Look at the time. Only 11 minutes, 11 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. All right, 8. Okay? Why do you think these short amount of times, boys? Why do you think? Tell me. I want to know what your opinions are. Has anybody got an idea why? Only 10 minutes. People are like, oh, only 10 minutes a day. It's not bad. It's not bad. Let's see. Does anybody got an idea? I'm taking a look. Ty's fucked the longest. Premature ejaculation, says Daniel. Guys, think about it. They're only there. No, it's not premature ejaculation. All you guys are acting like you're fucking super sexual studs that like pump pussy nonstop for fucking 30 minutes straight. Okay? Chill out. It's just to rub one out. They're only there for 10 minutes just to get one off. I didn't sit around when I'm jerking off and fucking jerk off for like, 30 minutes or some shit. I was in and out. I was wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Okay? It's not that people skip to the fucking. It's that they get in there, they find what they want, they jerk off, and they get off. But it's a multiple. It's like it's a habit. It's a lifestyle. People are doing this on a daily basis. Okay. Yeah. See, Aaron is the only one that's with fucking balls to be a man and tell the truth. He says, "Come on now, everyone knows you can smash yourself in no time." Exactly. There you go. Ben Adelberg says, get the quick fix and move on to the next thing. There you go. Stephen Buckner says, in and out. Exactly. James Hughes says, the average dude usually for 7 minutes, so looks about right to me. Exactly. Scariest thing is that they're keeping all this data and everything. Data is a commodity these days, boys. Here's a free business lesson for you. If you can figure out a way to cultivate data on people and study them and like collect this data, that is one of the most valuable commodities you can sell in 2019 and moving forward as well. That's why Facebook, nobody uses Facebook anymore, but Facebook usership is down. But what people don't realize, Facebook's making all of their money because all of the fucking data they have. When you are logged into Facebook, okay, guys, if you're logged into Facebook right now, Facebook knows you're watching me and knows every single website you visit. As long as you're logged into Facebook on your browser, everything you do is tracked by Facebook. All the porn, everything you type into Google, everything you type into social media, it's all tracked by Facebook if you're logged in. Because they store all of your data. And then they sell it to advertisers. That's how they make money. Welcome to the 2019 hustle, boys. Aston Martin says 10 minutes of fapping, come, and then sadness. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't pump to keep a girl. I pump to fuck. Now you guys think about that. Johnny M. I love it. That's why ads of shit I Google appear on my Facebook and my IG timeline. Yes, exactly. You're all being tracked. Everything's being tracked. Yeah, Charlie from Cultivate Crypto. Dude, Charlie and I, that's what we used to do. We would cultivate data on the Tokyo marketplace, and then we would repackage it and sell it. And that's how we made all our money when we worked in corporate Japan. So, yeah, if you don't think you're being tracked, everything Instagram's tracking you, Twitter's tracking you, Google's tracking you, Apple is tracking you, okay? Your smartphone is tracking you. Everybody's fucking tracking you. You have to realize that. We are in a data-driven society. So the point I'm trying to make is that if you can make a business that can collect data, good on you, because you're going to make a lot of fucking money. A lot of fucking money. Tons of it. Okay? Here we go. Time spent per visit in the United States. States that last the longest: Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, Louisiana, Tennessee, Missouri, West Virginia, Indiana, and then D.C. States that last the shortest is Kansas, and then Oregon, then New York, Utah, Colorado, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New Jersey, Idaho, and Nebraska. Okay. I mean, just take a look. Favorite times to watch porn. Look at this. Isn't it? It's very interesting. Weekly average is here. 10 p.m., 11 p.m., midnight. We go up. 1 a.m. Right? Look at that. What happens around these times? You're home. You're lonely. Right? You should be asleep if you're on your purpose. You should be asleep or working your ass off or in bed with a babe. But, nighttime comes out. Gotta get a little wank on. Most viewed categories 2019. Obviously, Japanese is number one. But just if you take a look at this, look at all the data they're quantifying. It's just unbelievable. It's just they have endless search. Most search terms on Pornhub gay. I didn't even know that. Korean. Wow, interesting. That's very interesting. But like it's affecting everything. Here we are by women. We have lesbian is number one for women. Then popular with women. Japanese threesome. Japanese seems to be popular. It's hilarious. Viewed more often by women compared to men. Pussy licking, solo male, interesting. Fingering, popular lesbian, all this crap. Look at this. It's just, and it's women that are addicted as well. Look at this. In the Philippines, 39% female, 61% male. Brazil, 39%. Mexico, 36%. Men are the ones that are dominating, obviously, right? But it's affecting females too. 32% of their traffic is females. So a third of females also look at porn. Top relative categories viewed by women. In California's Japanese, Florida's Latina, Texas Latina, solo female fetish, Indian in New York, interesting. Bondage in Pennsylvania. Cuckold in, what is that state right there? Is that Delaware? No, that's not Delaware. Is that Delaware? I think that's Delaware. Interesting. Small tits in fucking Wisconsin and in Minnesota. What's that all about? Yeah, feet in God. God, save us fucking all. The age that's happening most is 25 to 34. And this is when you're supposed to be having, like, seriously, some of the most sex of your life is 25 to 34. I mean, it's unbelievable. 36%. And then 25% falls at 18 to 24. 35 to 44. I mean, guys, again, this is your competition. This is your competition. Looks like the biggest demographic in the United States is 25 to 34. It's ridiculous. There's so many girls out there that are lonely and ready to be with a man. And guys are at home jerking off their fucking dicks. Average age 39. Unbelievable. Just crazy. It's just, Windows. Oh my God. But that's what I'm saying. Taking a look at all this, like, this is all the data they have. People are watching it on gaming consoles as well. PlayStation users. That's got to be the Japanese guys, right? Oh God. Jesus. Guys, I'm telling you, this is how pathetic it is out there. This is how pathetic our society has become. This is how pathetic it is out there. And this is also how easy it is to win. Okay? Is that Rhode Island, Charlie? Thank you. I thought Delaware was Rhode Island on the map. I had them mixed up. So here's my challenge to you guys, all right? Dudes really turning on their PlayStations to watch porn? Peak clownery. Yeah. Yeah, they are. If you're jerking off, right? I challenge you. I challenge you this. And tell me how you feel about this. If you're always watching pornography and jerking off, I challenge you for 30 days to stop. Stop for 30 days. Okay? Sure, you relapse, whatever, that's fine. But make a concentrated effort to stop. Every time you feel the urge to jerk off, okay, know that this is an exercise in self-discipline and self-control. And fight that urge with all your strength. If you need to, get up, put on some clothes, go out, go to the gym, start lifting weights. Okay? If you work on something. You have to refocus that energy into something, because a lot of people who are addicted to pornography and these sort of things, okay? They typically they don't have a lot going on in life. They're a little bit too bored. They're not working hard. They're not building anything. These are people who are sleepwalking through life. These are people who are not really tackling life full on, okay? There are people who are watching me right now who do struggle with pornography. I'm not stupid, okay? All I'm saying is that it is a misuse of your time and your mental energy and your physical energy, okay? You have to give it a shot to quit. The quality of your life is not going to be the same. You think Elon Musk is sitting around jerking off to porn all day? Okay? You think leaders of countries are doing this? Jerking off once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day? Think about it. You really think so? Ben Jones says, do some push-ups whenever you get the urge. Yeah, I recommend you just get off. You just got to get out of your house. Just get off the computer. Get out. Just go. Get out or go to bed. Take an Ambien and go to bed. Do something. But it's so troublesome. Dorian Joyner Jr., welcome, sir. He says, competition is extremely low. This is the best time for gentlemen who take decent care of themselves and learn human behavior and psychology. Start with Robert Greene's Mastery and Seduction. I think he means The Art of Seduction. Robert Greene's The Art of Seduction is probably one of the best books on understanding seduction. And I listened to that book time and time again. And that book is so good. It's very high-level material, but Robert Greene, The Art of Seduction, is seriously an amazing book. An amazing book. Give it a shot and let me know what you guys think. Give yourself a 30-day challenge to stop it. You know, the year is coming to an end. A lot of people at this time of year, a lot of people, their hearts get filled with regret. Because most people look back on the year and they think, God damn it, another year wasted. Another year, I'm a fucking loser. Another year, and I'm just in the same old dead-end job. I'm in the same old dead-end position. I got no woman. I got no money. I've got I've got no happiness in my life, okay? Finish the year strong and start the year strong. If there's air in your lungs, if you have the energy to get up and take a walk around, you have the energy, the power, and the authority to change your fucking life. It is not too late. I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, watching pornography and excessively masturbating is a waste of time. And if you're doing that, you're probably not where you want to be financially. You're definitely not where you want to be sexually. Okay, and you're probably not where you want to be physically as well. Let's just put everything on the table right now. Okay? It'll be one of the best decisions you ever made in your life. You'll feel energized. You'll feel better about yourself. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Okay? Don't forget, December 26th, if you're ready to join a community of men that will help you on this journey, you're going to go to modernlifedating.com/body language. We've got 14 days, boys, and enrollment open. Enrollment is only open for 5 days. After those 5 days, you cannot get in. If you're struggling with masturbation, you're struggling with pornography, you're struggling with a sexless life, you're struggling with your self-esteem, whatever, you're struggling with your finances, we are a community of men chasing excellence, and we will be here for you. It is a support group. And okay, people saying, oh, man, you're strong, you don't need a support group. Bullshit. Nobody has ever got somewhere to someplace worthwhile alone. Okay? Even for you guys that love that commercial, I forgot to give him praise on the air. The commercial, the script, the first half of that commercial, Charlie from Cultivate Crypto wrote that script. He wrote it all out because Charlie has his degree in writing, and he wrote an excellent script. So if you like it, that's an aspect of it. And Charlie's part of the community. Charlie and I talk on a daily basis about how to make, how to expand our reach, how to get our message out. We talk about entrepreneurship, what's going on with Bitcoin, what's going on with our fitness. Charlie started working out again. He's working out. He's asking me about stuff. He's asking me about fitness, asking me about diets, all these types of things. We support each other. If you don't think you need a group of masculine men to support you, then good luck on your own. That's all I say is good luck on your own, because you're going to need it. Okay? modernlifedating.com/body language. Scroll down, click on this link right here, and then put your best email address in right here and hit that subscribe button. You'll be on the waiting list. You're not going to get spammed. I'm not going to bombard you with endless bullshit. I'm not here to waste your time, so don't fucking waste mine. January 6th, the webinars start, but you get immediate access to the course. I'm telling you, this is something you're not going to want to miss out on. That being said, I love you guys. Have a wonderful Thursday. Remember, those stats that you saw today, those are that's your competition. Okay? That is your competition. Chris Z with the $2.99 super chat says, game just oozes out when I go out weak plus no fap.
Is also my year. Every year is my fucking year.
Every year is my fucking year, and every year can be your fucking year with the right adjustment of your mindset, the right group, the right teaching, the right atmosphere. Get in while you still can, because this is the last chance. There's no joke. This is disappearing forever. Okay? Until then, boys, I'll see you tomorrow on Free Consultation Friday. Come back here, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to fire up the phone lines and take all of your calls. Remember, I burn through every call. Every single call that comes through, I make sure I answer it. So when you guys have your questions, Free Consultation Fridays tomorrow. Until then, you guys get out there, make money, make muscles, learn game, keep your heads up. Don't be looking at no porn. Don't be jerking off excessively. And until then, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.